264 hours without sleep is a world record no one should ever try to beat. After that experiment, doctors said, enough, too close to the edge. Every night you have a choice. You can give your brain a chance to save itself, or you can slowly destroy it. But by the 5th day, a person starts seeing things that don't exist. On the 6th, they stop recognizing their own face in the mirror. And on the 7th, their brain begins to die. Right now, I'm going to show you what happens to your body every 24 hours without sleep. And trust me, what happens on the 7th day isn't even the scariest part. The first 24 hours without sleep. It feels like everything is fine. You're alert, maybe even too alert. You've had a couple of cups of coffee, and there it is, a second wind. You're productive, focused, you feel like a hero, but your body already knows something is wrong. Right now, while you think you're in control, chaos begins inside your brain. The areas responsible for concentration and decision-making start to dim, as if someone is slowly turning off the lights in the rooms of your mind. And cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes by 45%. Your body switches into survival mode. Do you know what's truly terrifying? Your reaction time slows down to the equivalent of 2 glasses of wine. Imagine this. You get behind the wheel thinking you're completely sober, but in reality, you're drunk. 24 hours without sleep equals 0.1 blood alcohol concentration. That's a scientific fact. You still feel fine, but fine is an illusion. Your brain is already screaming for help. You just can't hear it yet. And from here on, it only gets worse, much worse. 48 hours. Welcome to day 2. You no longer look so alert. Dark circles under your eyes, slower movements, tangled thoughts. And this is where it gets interesting. Your brain stops asking for permission, it just shuts down. Right in the middle of the day, in the middle of a conversation, in the middle of the road. This is called microsleep. It lasts only 3 to 5 seconds. You don't even notice it. Your head suddenly drops, your eyes close, and then you're back. It feels like you just blinked. But in those 5 seconds behind the wheel, a car will travel 100 meters blind, 100 meters at a speed of 100 kilometers per hour, with no control. Do you know why 20% of all accidents happen because of sleep deprivation? This is why. But that's not all. Your immune system begins to fall apart. Imagine an army defending your body soldier cells dropping one by one. After 48 hours without sleep, your immunity weakens by 70%. Any virus, any bacteria now has an open door. Your body is defenseless, and your brain, it's no longer your ally, it's your enemy. And with every passing hour, it slips further and further out of control. 72 hours. 3 days without sleep. And this is where things become truly strange. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Reality starts to break. You're sitting in a room and catch movement out of the corner of your eye. You turn, there's nothing there. But you know you saw a shadow. It moved. You hear a whisper behind you. You turn around, no one's there. But the voice was real. You're sure of it. These are hallucinations. Your brain no longer understands where reality ends and sleep begins. The boundary is gone. The areas of the brain responsible for perception start to malfunction. A normal ceiling lamp suddenly feels ominous. The walls seem to breathe. Objects change shape. In one experiment, a participant claimed he saw a spider web on his face. He scratched his skin until it bled, trying to remove it. There was no web. There never was. But to his brain, it was more real than anything in the world. You look in the mirror and see your face, but something is off, distorted. You're no longer sure. Reality is falling apart. And the scariest part, you don't even realize how deep you've already fallen. There are 4 more days ahead, and this is only the beginning of the nightmare. 96 and 120 hours without sleep. This is where something breaks completely. Not just exhaustion, not just hallucinations. This is psychosis. Your personality starts to fall apart. You try to do something simple. Pour water into a glass, but your hands won't obey. They shake, tremble so badly that the water spills everywhere. You look at your hands and don't recognize them. You try to put words into a sentence. It doesn't work. Your tongue twists. Your thoughts crumble like sand slipping through your fingers. You start speaking and forget what you're talking about. Logic shuts down. Cause and effect no longer exist. Your brain is a broken computer trying to run a program but producing only errors. And emotions? They explode for no reason. You can burst into tears because a pen fell. or fly into a rage because of the sound of a dripping faucet. There is no control, none at all. Inside your brain, the connections between neurons begin to tear apart. After 4 days without sleep, cognitive abilities drop by 60%. You literally become 2.5 times dumber. And then paranoia appears. You feel like you're being watched, that someone wants to hurt you. You check the door 10 times. You glance over your shoulder. You hear footsteps where there are none. In 1964, a 17-year-old named Randy Gardner stayed awake for 264 hours. That's the world record. By the 5th day, he couldn't remember his own name. He looked at his hands and didn't know whose they were. He was alive, but his mind was somewhere far away, in a place that's very hard to come back from. You're on the edge, balancing between life and something else. 2 more days ahead, and they will be the worst. 144 to 168 hours without sleep. The 6th, the 7th day. You're on the edge, literally on the edge between life and death. Look at yourself. You're no longer human. You're a zombie. Gray, lifeless skin, empty, glassy eyes, your gaze fixed on nothing. Movements slow, as if you're moving underwater. Hallucinations no longer come and go. They're constant. You're living in 2 worlds at the same time, and you can't tell which one is real. And your body? It's screaming, begging for rest. Your heart starts to malfunction. It beats chaotically, like a broken metronome. The risk of a heart attack increases 5-fold. Every heartbeat could be your last. Your brain becomes inflamed. The tissues swell. Cell damage begins. And here's the thing. This damage is irreversible. You're not just tired. You're killing your brain. There is a disease called fatal familial insomnia. A person suddenly stops sleeping, completely, forever. No pill helps. No doctor can do anything. The average life expectancy after onset is 18 months. 18 months of slow, agonizing death without sleep. The body simply shuts down. After 7 days without sleep, your body is running on empty. Kidneys, liver, heart, lungs, everything starts to fail. The immune system is dead. Metabolism is broken. Hormones are in chaos. This is not life. This is agony. Slow dying. Randy Gardner made it to 11 days. He survived, but doctors said 1 more day and the consequences would have been catastrophic. After that experiment, such trials were banned forever. Too dangerous. 7 days without sleep is not a feat. It's suicide in slow motion. Your body gives up. Your brain shuts down. You die, just very slowly. You know what's the most amazing part? While you sleep, a miracle happens inside you. Your brain turns into a perfect self-cleaning machine. It washes out the toxins that built up throughout the day. It repairs what was broken. It sorts memories, keeping only what matters. Sleep is not weakness. It's a superpower.
Yeah.
It's the time when you become stronger, smarter, healthier. Without a single effort, you just close your eyes, and your body does the rest. Nature spent millions of years of evolution creating this mechanism. Don't break it.